She's already burnt up a lot more than half of her time.
Started with 20 minutes, John?
20 minutes
Yes.
for a 13-point match. So she's burnt about 13 or 14 minutes, and they're not even halfway through the match. I wonder if this will become a factor.
Surely it will. Adds an extra element to the game. It's quite an even game, this, at the moment. Shave with an edge. You can see she's got a 5' on home. A broken 5', but still extremely effective.
Morton has a number of plays to consider here. He can make his own 2-point, volunteering an ace shot. He can run a checker all the way, or he can play 2 checkers in from the 10-point. Cube is still in the middle. What do you like here, Will?
I like running in 2 from the 10-point. I think running from behind is very dangerous, and this is, well, it's a very committed play.
Oh, and the very best, sorry to interrupt you, Will, but that's the very best possible number from Maria Krancheva. It's probably better than a hitting number. Double 6, it moves all that freight, and unless Morton performs... It's a double 4! Excuse me, I'm sorry, I misread the dice for a second. It's a 4-6.
Still excellent, and here comes the cube there, and this is very difficult to take.
Let's have a look at this. The pip count, he's got an easy racing take from here. Only 8 pips behind. I think he can take this.
But isn't he going to get attacked? Isn't that poor little man going to...
Not with that blotting board. Without that blotting board, this would be a different story, Will. He does take it. Well played, right. Morton. 5-4. It doesn't do a great deal for Maria.
She just doesn't want to leave 2 blots on board with Morton's reception committee.
Absolutely. With that hotel that Morton's got on the bottom left corner of your screen, Maria cannot afford to leave any blots. She's going to have to clear the 9-point. That's the only vaguely sensible non-blot leaving play, and there it is. That's a shocker of a number. She can't run her back checker all the way without leaving a double shot for Morton. She can't do that with a board that strong, Will.
No, this is the only play.
Okay, she knows it, but she doesn't like it. She knows that's a horrible number. I can't think of a worse number there, Will.
No, there's not much.
And Morton,
worse than this.
I mean, he can simply roll a 6 and run away here for a perfectly playable race. Well, this is the big play. You can't leave shots against a board like this, Maria. Nobody leaves shots against a board like this, even if it means you can lock the game up afterwards. You get this hit, my dear, you can get gammoned.
I'd love to see her clock now, John, as well.
She's certainly burning up a lot of time on this play. Well, it's a critical play. Okay, she hits her clock. Morton.
You see the race here, almost exactly level.
5-2, he can't escape. But he knows that his racing chances are alive, so he puts 2 checkers in his home board.
This is a key roll. It ain't up to much.
4-3 again. It's
not hitting much, John.
Touch of air ball about that number, Will.
Don't think she's going to hit 6-3, John.
No, I don't think so. And Morton's race is very much alive here.
But he can't escape at them. Oh, yes, he leave double shot.
That blot on Maria's 2-point is still preventing her from attacking. And this is the 4-2.
It's pretty ghastly.
I think now she will just make the 2-point.
Not much of a 4, is it? 5-1 with the 4.
4-2, she will just make the 2-point from the 8-point. She hits her clock.
4 or 6 to escape.
She's looking at her clock.
Down to 4.5 minutes.
Will, did you see the look she just gave to her clock then?
It was a death stare. If looks could kill, the clock would have exploded. Here's a big play, John.
And now she's decided to hit. She knew she was falling behind in the race.
Oh, she's lucky to get missed.
From Morton.
This is good.
4-1, a superb shot from Maria. She played very aggressively previously.
And now she has a gammon threat, John. Well, 10% gammon threat.
Sort of threat you could live with. It's only about 6 or 7% closed out, and she hasn't closed him out yet.
And there's a spectacular escape, so it's a racing game, and which Maria is almost certain to win, but one big double. We can see here she's up to 85%, and she's not going to be thinking much about these plays, John.
I think she seems to have speeded up, Will.
Yeah, yes, doesn't want to waste any time now.
Well, if she's speeded up, she knows that she's under a certain pressure due to the time.
But she's gone into an 8-4 lead, which means that she's now only perhaps a couple of games away from the match, but it's really the only way she can win the match is in the next 2 or 3 games. She can't have a long saga, can she?
No, she can't, and she also has to make her plays within that 9-second time bank. Yep, look, she's got 4 minutes 35 seconds left, whilst Morton has over 8 minutes left.
So what's fascinating here with the clock element is that although Krancheva looks to be about a 70% favourite for the match, with the score-wise, Home will be fancying his chances greatly because she's not going to be able to think
Sorry
much.
to interrupt you. Look at this, a superb double 3 from Morton Home, and he's got a terrific chance in this bear-off. He needs some big numbers here. It's only a 4-1.
However,
But Maria, and Morton is in almost a commanding position here. I don't think he's strong enough to cube this, but he's looking at it.
remarkable.
And over it comes.
Remarkable.
Here's a 4
I'd
cube.
written him off when he was at 11% or something.
Let's have a look at this. And Maria takes it.
She needs a 6.
Well, no, Morton on roll. Red
Yep.
checkers on roll. And 6-3.
There's that 6 that she needs.
Maria. This is a fairly typical result. She flunks, and that's 4 points to Morton.
Well, that is absolutely incredible. And the commentator's nightmare, John, of me eating my words in a spectacular way.
And Morton Home has taken an 8-6 lead in this 13-point match against Maria Krancheva from Bulgaria. Maria Krancheva is looking at her clock, and she has just over 4.5 minutes left.
Incredible slugfest of a match this, John. It looked for all the world as though Krancheva was going into an 8-4 lead there. I called the game as hers, but look at this. She's now playing catch-up in 2 ways, points-wise and time-wise. She's going to be playing very quickly and flamboyantly.
Yeah, she's definitely picked up the pace of her game here. She knows she's in a little bit of time trouble. Approximately half the match is over, and she's burnt up 16 minutes of her 20-minute time bank.
80%.
3-2, she neglects to hit intentionally and makes her 5 points. Correct play from Maria. Excellent double 4 from Maria, gives her an edge in this game.
A fine edge. Now then, is her cube going to be soon, I wonder?
4-3 from Morton. He will probably make the next point in his board and slot the deuce point.
This isn't too bad. Actually, is she going to leave a shot?
3. Well, she can make a 5 prime and volunteer a double shot here, but I think most plays are going to lead to a shot. No, she's just volunteering the single shot.
Single shot,
Morton will be
double
looking
3 or any 6.
That's about it, Will. And it's a 6-5. It's a hit and cover number. And Maria's on the roof against a 4-point board, and she's in trouble. And Morton, despite his 8-3 lead, is now looking at the cube. He hasn't got a great deal to do to lock up this game. Just calculating exactly how much he does have to do. I mean, most 6s will lose his market. Double 4 would lose his market, and Maria doesn't like it.
It's difficult to take, but it gives her access, of course, to the cube and 4 points in the game, which kind of speeds things up a bit.
It does. I think she's taken it. She's taken it.
I think it's her only way to win this match, John.
Okay. And Morton pops a 6 out. And he's closing in on her.